Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. Now, if we haven't met yet, shame on y'all. No, I'm just playing. But I'm Mrs. Mon, and excuse the nasally sound, I'm a little under the weather, so I apologize. But yes, I'm Mrs. Mon, and I'm here with the one and only, my man, Mod. Anywho, we're going to be diving headfirst into the spy movie of spy movies. The franchise that sprinted across decades, literally, but somehow keeps getting younger. We're talking about Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Now, there's been some chatter that this might be the grand finale, the big farewell. But listen, when you look into Tom Cruise's eyes, that man's not ready to hang up the running shoes, okay? You can practically hear him say, one more mission. All right, quick recap, y'all. We're not diving into a full franchise breakdown because, let's be real,
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Just so you're not lost, okay? Final Reckoning, it was supposed to be a part 2 follow-up to the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. But somewhere along the lines, instead of it being a sequel, they were like, you know what? Cut that. Let's make this the final finale. But the question, is it really? But this one, $400 million budget. Crazy. And by the time numbers lock in, it's probably still gonna sit at the 4th most expensive movie ever made. Even crazy to even think about.
So this one picks up a couple months after Dead Reckoning Part 1, and we've got the entity. It's still rogue, terrifying AI, and of course, Tom Cruise is back. Ethan Hunt's not just running, he's sprinting headfirst into Doomsday. Honestly, I didn't see the older ones. It's been a long while. So I went in on this one kind of fresh. But you know what? I really enjoyed this one and what they've built in between these two movies. It does give you enough backstory to roll with what's happening. So the idea overall is that AI is turning on us. It kind of hits, differently these days. Like if you woke up and the government told you super hyper intelligent algorithm locked them out of their own systems, you would believe it. There would be questions, but ultimately it would not be a shock to you. So the movie is generally a spectacle of Cruise doing what Cruise does best. Death-defying stunt, high-stake drama, and it really does its best to try to wrap it up within this film. I don't know if it was like the final decision to try to make this the last one, but numbers will always talk at the end of the day. But what impressed me the most was the effort that was putting into it. It really tried to make us care within the storyline. The stakes felt real, the scenarios were grounded enough, and even with the sci-fi elements, it never loses its own Mission Impossible touch that we've known to grow within the series.
Y'all, this was the 3rd action movie we watched in a row. And baby, let me tell you, this is how you do an action movie, okay? Round of applause, moment of silence. Okay. From the opening montage, you already feel like this might be the swan song. The band's back together, the pace is electric, and Tom Cruise, at 62 years old, mind you, this man don't even look a day over, 30 something. But he's still out here throwing himself off cliffs like it's just something casual for him. The twist, oh yeah, they kept coming. So many different outcomes. You really don't know what was going to happen next. And even the characters in the film are like, wait, what is the plan again? But even if you're not deep in the Mission Impossible lore, both Part 1 and this Final Reckoning, they did do a solid job telling a self-contained story. And somehow, even while the world is ending, it has all the charming tongue-in-cheek vibe. You're laughing with the movie, not at it. And that's a hard balance to strike.
And now, to be completely honest, I'm not a true diehard fan of the franchise. I don't have that nostalgic attachment to them. But the writers did a solid job getting me to the root of the core group. With that being said, with the runtime on top of everything, 3 hours is a lot. It is. And there's a lot of exposition. There's a lot of setup to scenes for the next big moment. It could get a little weighty, let's just say that. But here's the thing, it tries to make the world feel real, like really real. You can tell they're not just trying to blow things up like, even though, they do. They're trying to build a world where the madness could happen, and I can respect that.
Real talk, y'all, the villain, kind of weak. He honestly wasn't really the villain, more like the face of the villainous thing. And when the final showdown comes, he just didn't hit hard enough for someone we spent 2 whole movies with, just being honest. But with that said, I was never bored. And even during the slow scenes, something's always happening. And those action sequences, whew, baby. You know what's wild? Watching both parts low-key made me want to go back and watch every Mission Impossible movie from the start. And yeah, I haven't seen them all, but don't come for me in the comments, y'all.
If this is the final bell for the franchise, I think it lands pretty well. I would love to hear what longtime fans think because that passion adds a whole different lens. But speaking for myself, I had a great time. The cast brought their A game. The writing, while sometimes dense, had moments that genuinely had me holding my breath. So if you're in the mood for an action-packed ride led by a legend who might be saying his honestly goodbyes to the franchise that he's built from the ground up, Final Reckoning is 100% worth your time. But what you guys truly came here for, after further discussion, what do we officially give Mission Impossible Final Reckoning? A heartbeat.
Our baby. There was a heartbeat. All right, my beautiful people, now it's y'all turn. As of this recording, Final Reckoning, it hasn't officially dropped yet. So we know some of y'all are still counting down the days. But tell me, are you hyped? And which Mission Impossible is your all-time favorite? Drop it down in the comments below. We always love hearing from y'all. And seriously, thank you to everyone who's been riding with us lately. It honestly means the world to us. And without y'all, this whole thing wouldn't be nearly as fun or really be anything or worth it. So, with that said, remember to tell someone you love them, okay? Neighbor, friend, somebody. Tell them you love them. Remember, we love y'all. God bless y'all. And until next time, let us go to the movies for you. Bye.